When I moved to California from Toronto 20 years ago, the fabric of my new city, Santa Clarita, was almost completely illegible to me. Unreadable, unimageable. My 15-year-old eyes had never seen anything like it. Where were the landmarks, the pedestrians, the trains, the buses, the streetcars? How do you even get around? How do you go anywhere? I was lost. My new school had a wall around it and police inside it. I guess I looked like I didn't belong. I didn't feel like I belonged there. The harassment from police, teachers, and beefed up teenagers all kind of made sense. I was not a fan, and feeling physically lost for the first 6 months didn't help. A guy at my school invited me to his house one day after class, and we walked down the street towards the railroad tracks into Newhall. In Newhall, people were outside in their front yards, the way I remembered from Toronto. People were walking around, talking to each other. There were more sounds, more animals, different plants, fruit trees, but also more police, smaller sidewalks, fewer crosswalks. Over the last 20 years, Newhall has stayed the one neighborhood in this city where I kind of feel at home. I've developed a relationship to this place. I think this happened because we spent time together, just the two of us. When it's just you and a place, you share something intimate. It's just between the two of you. I feel I have that with certain places. Newhall's one of them. We have a relationship. Newhall, California. There is a river. There are mountains. There is a valley. There is sky. There are majestic valley oak trees that were cultivated by the Tatavian people for over 1,500 years. Newhall is bordered by 2 major freeways, and it's being closed in on by massive development projects. The city is actively whitewashing its history with a creepy cowboy theme that paints Hollywood Western movie actors as local heroes. It's all very disconcerting for a place that I have my relationship with. Why does the Santa Clarita Historical Society's timeline start with the colonizers? I mean, the gold prospectors. Not the first people who lived here, who managed the landscape and cultivated the oak trees that we now have on our city seal. The story that the city's writing and rewriting is in the paving on Main Street. It's in the disjointed patchwork of land management between the suburban neighborhoods, the Santa Clara riverbed, and these preserved western facades. Newhall to me looks and feels like a story being written, but there are multiple authors of these stories, and you can see which ones hold the power. You can tell which authors have the publishing rights and which ones are sharing handwritten notes, DIY photocopies, oral histories. A patchwork of different authors, different visions, different fantasies, different realities. In Newhall, they're all visible. In the rest of Santa Clarita, the city has successfully silenced most of these other voices. The city has grown in a homogeneous form. Everything looks the same, and those of us who are different are not comfortable, are not meant to be, are not invited to be. In Newhall, I felt at home because of the visibility of different voices, because of this patchwork of diverse authors and placemakers, the different stories being written, layering on top of each other, removing layers, replacing layers, different actors working to create this reality, piecing together fragmented parts, trying to make a whole. This feels familiar to me. When I moved here 20 years ago with my brothers, our dad, and our stepmom, I didn't realize that my dad had met my biological mother here in the 70s. They lived here, they worked here, they partied here, they married here. But most of this I discovered on my own, going through the pieces I have, letters, photos, documents. Another fragmented piecing together of parts, trying to make a whole, trying to write a story, to form a reality. Patchworks, to me, are more legible, more imageable than homogeneous, master-planned, seamless spaces. The missing pieces become landmarks with which you orient yourself. And time, both the historical sequence of events and the time it takes to learn something, to know something, to forget, to erase, to distort something. Time too plays a role. So, I've developed a relationship with this place that has many names. It's not a simple one or even a peaceful one, but it is a loving one. The layered stories, multiple narratives, simultaneous realities, they've all allowed me, helped me, and my kind of weirdo family to feel at home here.